So let's talk about our illuminated initials. So I had you guys work on thumbnail sketches. So you came up with a design, a concept, you figured out your letter, started planning out what sort of imagery you might include in that. So what is posted now is this template. So this is an 8 by 8 inch square. In your kits that you guys picked up, you have a 10 by 10 inch square of illustration board. So you can actually center this on that board and you will have a 1-inch border. Okay, I'm going to actually draw a 1-inch border with my ruler, but I think the way I have it laid out, it will actually be perfect. Yeah, actually, if you just line up the bottom of this paper with the edge of your illustration board and then just kind of eyeball it and center it this way, you should be fine. But on this template, this is the size of our actual artwork, so this is where we want to draw our final design. So the reason I want you to work on a template is because if you need to do any kind of erasing or you do something that you're not happy with, it's very easy to correct those mistakes here, and then we're going to transfer the design to the final surface. So if we keep sketching on the final surface and having to erase and change things, you're leaving marks and it just makes life a little bit more difficult. So this is where you want to practice and plan, get everything exactly the way you want it within that square. Okay, and then once you have that done, you're going to transfer your design. So back in the day when we used to use typewriters and stuff, we had carbon copy paper, and we have something similar using graphite. I think I gave you guys pieces of this in your kit. If I didn't, not a problem. All you need is a pencil to make this work. Okay, so pretend I have a sketch here. Okay, pretend this is my sketch. This I just pulled from the Metropolitan Museum of Art's website. Okay. To save time here. So I'm going to just very quickly use my ruler and make a mark. Okay, so I have drawn my 1-inch border here, and now I'm ready to transfer. So I'm going to look at the edge of my template and you can kind of see through the paper a little bit. I'm going to line that up with the border that I drew. Okay, now I want to grab a piece of tape. I actually want to use 2 small pieces of tape. That way this doesn't wiggle. So I'm going to go over here and down here. And now I can easily lift this up to check what I'm doing and making sure that it works well. And if you have the transfer paper, which like I said, I think I gave you, you're going to slide it under your template dark side down. The graphite side should be down. It's okay if it doesn't cover the whole thing. You're only drawing in one part at a time and you can just move it around. If you don't have this, grab a pencil, okay, before you tape this on, just color the whole back of your template, like wherever the important lines are, with a graphite pencil. Just kind of scribble like that, and then that will also transfer. So I'm going to show you how that works really quickly. So you need a pen to do this, okay, and you're just going to trace over your important lines using a pen. Okay, I'm not pressing too hard, just hard enough, and you can see that that now has transferred a line. So I like to use a pen typically that's a different color than my drawing, because then it's easy to see. It's easy to see where I've drawn and what I need to draw. So you're going to just transfer your design onto the illustration board. If you're using the transfer paper, again, it goes on dark side down, and you would just go ahead and trace your design. Okay, and all the important lines, if you want to freehand some of like the little stuff, you can do that. It's totally fine. So it'll look something like that. Now this isn't moving, so if I don't finish in one sitting, not a problem. Just put that away until the next time I'm ready to sit down and continue tracing my design. Okay, so that is the transfer process. Once you're done with that, you get to outline and add color.